Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you all a very quick hairstyle that you can do when you have a very short week at work. And of course, we're going to start off on freshly washed and conditioned hair because we're not going to skip shampooing and conditioning. And we're going to section our hair off into 4 sections and go ahead and apply our leave-in conditioner. Today I'm using the leave-in conditioner by Design Essentials African Shebay line. Of course, I'll link all products in the description box below. This is one of my products of choice because it is very thick and creamy, and my hair typically loves a thicker consistency when it comes to the products that are moisturizing my hair for the week. I do like to finger detangle because it helps me kind of feel the product really go into the hair strands. I do like to take my time with this process because especially in the colder weather and winter and fall months, my hair typically is drier just because the air outside is much drier than the summer or spring. After finger detangling, you can follow up with detangling with a brush, and definitely repeat this process all over your head. I promise it will make this lazy braid out much easier. When the hairstyle only needs to last for a few days, we can do very large sections, okay? So I'm using this twist out and braid out cream by Design Essentials. It pairs really well with the leave-in conditioner. I'm smoothing it right on top of the leave-in conditioner, and then before going in with a very large braid, I am going to thoroughly detangle, okay? Now when you are doing these plaits, of course there are larger sections, so you want to braid tightly, but you do not want to braid to your own discomfort, okay? I really hope that makes sense. Because the section is much larger, you want the defined pieces to really be defined, even though these sections are just not what you would normally do on a regular braid out or twist out. So make sure you take your time, make sure that the plait is neat because we really need this definition to at least last for about 3 days. And of course, you want to stick a few plaits in the middle of your head. This is basically to avoid that annoying middle part that we all know likes to exist in the back of our heads. When I get to the end of each plait, I like to do a 2-strand twist, and I like to coil the hair around my finger. And as you all can see here, my parts are not perfect, which actually annoyed me at first, but in hindsight, it actually kind of helps a little bit because it's kind of hard to get rid of some of those sections when your sections are super large like this. Of course, we're going to repeat this process all over our heads, but really make sure you focus on moisturizing the hair, detangling the hair, and then going in with your plait. We have 8 plaits in the back, and now it is time to move to the front. Of course, you're going to want to focus on the same steps in the front of your hair. Of course, when you get to the front, things typically move by a whole lot quicker because you can see better. As you can see, I have my mirrors geared up for me to really hone in and focus on what I am doing. And of course, I'm just plaiting down, finishing off with a 2-strand twist at the end. That 2-strand twist at the end really helps with the takedown process, so don't underestimate it when it comes to doing this hairstyle. once you complete your braids, I believe I had 6 and 3, 9 in the front, so 9 and 8, I guess about 17 plaits. Usually I can get away with doing 10 or 11 plaits, but I was being a little extra today. I did sit up under the dryer, and here's what my hair is looking like the next day. I'm just sectioning the plaits off to make sure that I don't forget one, which is kind of unlikely because these plaits are kind of big, but I like to get everything squared away before I get started with the takedown process. Usually with these plaits, I try to find the 2 outside pieces of the braid and then pull apart, and it usually kind of unravels by itself in a very quick manner. And I try to be very careful. One thing you all will notice that on day 1 with this braid out, I don't do as much separating. I literally just try to like rub my fingers throughout the length of the hair so that it kind of separates on its own. I know that this braid out is a very lazy one. The parts and sections are super big, so we want this definition to last as long as possible. And as you all can see right here, just in the back row, the definition is definitely there. So don't estimate these large sections and plaits when you need a quick hairstyle for a short week at work. Here is what the back section is looking like. I don't have too many parts that I have to get rid of, so we're just gonna go ahead and move to the front and continue that process all over our front section. And here is what the hair is looking like once we have removed all of the plaits, and no one will know that you did a lazy braid out that literally took only 45 minutes to put all of those plaits in. The definition is there and the shape is definitely there as well, and you have a great hairstyle for day 1. On day 2, your hairstyle will definitely age and it will grow, which this is typically when I start really enjoying my curly hairstyles, because the definition is there, but the volume is there too. And the volume is not letting up. And one thing I really like about these hairstyles is that it really looks very natural, effortless. And as you all can see, I didn't even do my edges, which that is definitely optional. And day 3, which typically is my favorite when I do this hairstyle, I like to add just a few bangs up in there because the volume is definitely giving, but I also want to show off some of that definition that is still left. If you still need to get a couple of days out of this hairstyle, definitely go with a high puff or a quick claw clip hairstyle. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video and found it useful. Can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya!